I'm excited about this one, ladies and gentlemen, because, our guest had asked me a few days ago. He said, when can I come back onto Sportswire? And I said, don't worry, I'm going to get to you. And then all of a sudden, in the span of 4 days, our guest has been here not one, not two, but three times and gets his own slot tonight. And boy, he's going to talk. And he's even got stuff in the background he's going to show us. And he'll talk about his own journey that's made him one of the greatest promo wrestlers of all time. A man that's certainly, let's just say, had some history with, I'm sure, many names that'll come up here on Sportswire Radio. And he'll talk about maybe some people to why he interrupted their segment. Like, I don't know, this guy, Zach Clark, and how about old Hunter? And I'm sure names like Killshot will be brought up, and maybe even Nathaniel Rage. And how about Max Michaels, a guy that was recently on Sportswire Radio? Because, well, our guest is in a huge promo match coming up with him, and we'll talk about the Promo Foundational Awards. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about his thoughts on promo wrestling. We'll talk about whatever else he wants to say, because he is, after all, one of the greatest. Now, I'm not in the world of promo wrestling, so that's a good thing, because I don't think I could hold a candle to what he does and everybody else that does on here. I've got a hard enough time, holding the conversation with the likes of Rhino and Savio Vega and King's X, Doug Pinnick, and wait till you see the next guest that comes on here in a few weeks on Sportswire. Let's just say it'll I don't want to say it. Maybe I'll tell you off the air. You'll be like, wow. But we'll leave that at that. But obviously, I'm excited about this one, because we are certainly all wrestling matters here in Sportswire Radio, and you can't have all wrestling matters without promo wrestling, because after all, some of these guys that have come on here recently, I'm not even mentioning Dante O'Cara, my old friend who was a British wrestling champion and now is trying his hand back at a comeback in wrestling in the promo wrestling world. And well, he lost to Max Michaels, so I'm not going to bring up Dante O'Cara to AJ Storm, because what does he care about Dante O'Cara? Because Max Michaels beat him. So at that point, AJ Storm doesn't even care about Dante O'Cara, what he has to say, but we'll, I'm sure, talk about him anyway. But since we are here, even though you've been here 3 times now in 4 days, you didn't get that introduction. And even though today I'm kind of discombobulated, and I was telling our guest here, I held a ceremonial position here in New York City. I am, quote unquote, an elected official. I'm a non-voting elected official. Yes, I am sort of Anthony Steele has referred to me as a politician, but I'm not quite a politician. After all, I look like this, but I am a New York City Commissioner of Deeds, and let's just say I knocked on more doors than my heart would desire. I'm surprised I still have a heart, but a lot of people like me, I guess. But we'll leave that at that. But it is now time, in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters, Sportswire Radio, with over 1,400 subscribers, with our guest and promo wrestling companies like OPW, Battlefield Promo Wrestling, and TPW have most certainly helped build. It is now, for the first time, for our guest to get that introduction. You're waiting for it in the chat. He's waiting for it, because if I don't give it to him, he's going to cut a promo on me like he did the one on Zach Clark on Sunday show. So let's get this show on the road here in style on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all wrestling matters. So with without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one cable sports show. A man that is the host and the owner of the Promo Foundational Awards. A man that apparently rivals Anthony Steele and the amount of wrestling companies he's been in and kicked out of. But he's one of the very greatest promo wrestlers to do it. His name is, simply put, Mr. KO. TR. AJ Storm. My friend, how are we doing?
I have never had anybody. I've never had an intro that long before.
Well, Ryan, you know what? To be fair, and a lot of people have seemed to watch these interviews. Rhino said he was basically like, "Wow," he felt like he was almost in a marathon in a match, and Savio Vega, was almost speechless, and King's ex Doug Pinnick, who sings for a living, and he was a part of Woodstock, opened up for AC/DC, Pearl Jam. He's opening up for Tool next week. He seemed to have been impressed. So I mean, if those guys seem to have, I guess
I'm
like the
blown away,
intros.
man.
Yeah, they liked it. I mean, they seem to like it. I mean, I don't know
How
why. I
you
mean,
how you still have a voice? I don't know, man.
well, Doug in the interview was telling me that my voice will like turn into like Metallica's James Hetfield, which was kind of funny. He was telling me, "Well, your voice will go lower. I hear you, or you'll go like this when you get older." Well, I think it's just I do it every day, and I think it's just repetition. My uncle used to always use a line, repetition. You go, Ace, you gotta do repetition. I'm like, all right, well, I didn't really get it until doing this, but I think it's just I don't know, good genes. I think my mother sings. I think it's just, I never smoked, never drank. I just do this. So, I mean, but we'll see. But I will tell you, though, a year plus ago, I was on the air with a British wrestling personality, and we were doing a segment, and I went like this. Oh, I was like, but I was able to do the intro, and after that, I was okay. But that's the only time I kind of wondered if I'd have a voice, but I have it for now. And you certainly are here with us, and it's good to be with you. You've been here now 3 times in 4 days. It's so funny. You messaged me last week. Well, when I come back, I know you're a busy man. Well, was your lucky day? You're here not once, not twice, but 3 times. And AJ Storm, Mr. KOTR. For those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters, the platform that you in the promo wrestling world has most certainly helped build here, Sportswire Radio. You're a part of a really big main event here coming up. And no, it's not against Zach Clark. It's against Elliot Creed. It's for that Ohio Promo Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to put that up on the screen and set the tables for us. And what can we expect here coming up?
Well, to be quite honest with you, back in August, started the qualifiers / first rounds of the King of the Ring tournament. Very first round, I went against Elliot Creed. He didn't beat me then, and he's not going to beat me now. I'm in 2 main events, the other one being Battlefield for their world championship. I'm invoking my King of the Ring #1 contendership, or whatever, entitlement, whatever you want to call it. I'm invoking that. So I'm making moves fast.
Well, you always make moves. Your last name's Storm. I mean, that's the whole point of a storm. I mean, storm clouds come in and it brings things in the background, thunder, rain, and whatever else. So that's what
And
you
lying
do.
meteorologists.
Well, I was told actually, I was told in high school and even in college, they were like, you could be a weatherman. I was like, they said that my voice was good. I could tell the weather well. I knew all the patterns, but I'm here with this, and I'll have to settle for interviewing Rhino, Savio Vega, and King's ex Doug Pinnick. So I guess, it all evens out, I suppose. But, I'm going to put the poster up for a minute, but being in 2 main events and a lot of preparation, but you're a legend now, so not much preparation, right?
None. If I'm being blatantly honest.
Yeah,
None.
be honest here. We're live on
No.
Sportswire. I'm no Mickey Mouse podcaster. I mean, I just mentioned the names who've been on here. You watch it, so tell me what's on your mind.
Not really much is on the mind, but when I've been doing this a long time. So after 8 years of doing this,
Wow, 8 years.
yeah, I've just kind of learned where the skill levels are and everything else. So I've learned to roll with it. Elliot is a good competitor.
Yeah, Elliot's come
Elliot,
up here a lot. He's in a lot of the same places we talk about: RPW, TPW, CPF, World War Zone. I mean, he's definitely come up, and I watched some of his stuff on Instagram. And yeah, this is not going to be you and Zach Clark on Sunday.
No, it's not. And Elliot has the heart of a warrior, a heart of a champion. He is a champion at heart. But what I don't have is a heart. My first run before OPW closed for a little bit, I never once. I was always the top of the leaderboard, top ranked. I never got a shot at the world title. So when King of the Ring came around, I made sure, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna win, and when I win, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna win this world championship. And that's exactly what I plan on doing.
What would it mean to you to be the OPW World Champion? What would that mean to you?
I would love to say that it would bring me to tears and that it would be a super emotional win for me.
It's not going to be emotional. You're not going to
It's
cry.
not. It's gonna be.
You're an
It's
8-year
gonna
veteran. You're not going to cry. Listen, you know.
right. So it's gonna be a bittersweet moment, a
Why does
moment
it be
that
bittersweet though? Why would it be bittersweet?
because I feel like if I would have had a chance back when I could have had a chance,
Hmm.
then I would have won it. And I had some personal issues coming up, so
I'm
I had to
sorry to
step.
hear.
I had to step away for a bit, and then I came back. I started at the bottom of the totem pole, try to work my way up as fast as I could. Man, I just never seen the world title spot right here. But now
Interesting.
I'm here, world title right there.
Hmm.
Wait,
Hmm.
right there.
I see it. I see it. Well, I'm going to take this off the screen for a minute, but you know, you've been doing this for 8 years. So, how has promo wrestling changed? I mean, how was it changed from when you started to where it is today?
Uh that's a that is a question that is very
A lo-
difficult and not difficult to answer at the same time.
Mhm.
Back when I started, uh, you got thrown to the wolves pretty quick. You
Mhm.
kind of it's kind of like they give you a boat, they give you a fishing rod, but they don't give you any bait. It's they drop you off and you're on your own. It's all
Mhm.
survive till then.
Survival to the
And
fittest. Yeah.
right. And at first, when I was still greener than gangrene, it was rough. It was really rough. I got drugged through the mud a lot, and that built character. And eventually, I got pretty good at doing it. And as I got good, people started holding hands just a little bit more. Hey, uh, can't be doing this. Can't be as ruthless. Can't be as brutal. Can't be so unhinged. So now, uh, we treat the rookies, we give them tough love instead of just, hey, here you go, have fun. Because just because we were able to do it fine and we were able to be okay, ever since COVID hit, people are a whole lot more sensitive. People are a whole lot more.
But isn't that how the world is also? I mean, 2025 people are more sensitive about almost anything. People are, you know, I don't want to
Yeah,
say that they're cautious
people
about what to say, but they kind of are in a sense.
cancel culture is a terrible thing. And if you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, and it's bad.
Right.
So when I was before I became a father, uh, I'm not going to share the full story, but I made a pretty stupid mistake.
I'm sorry to
Uh,
hear.
eh, it was my own fault,
Oh.
but I got outcasted, and it was my own doing. I take responsibility for my own doing, my undoing. So I left for a good 2 years. Instagram did not see me. Uh, Discord, TikTok, they didn't see me promo for a good 2 years. I'm still not promoting on TikTok. I
Yeah, I
just
haven't
now
seen
get.
you on TikTok. I haven't seen you on TikTok.
Um, so I'll come back. I've tried to make amends for everything that I've done, the mistakes I made when I was younger and immature. Because 8 years, long time.
Yeah.
I'm 23 now. 8 years or 7 years. It's up there.
All right.
I just don't remember anymore. Uh, but thankfully, the community has welcomed me back after I have shown that I've grown up and I've matured a bit. So
Well, you said you're 23, right? So when you
yeah,
started, you were basically becoming a teenager. Now, in the middle of that was COVID. So you're 18, 19. So at 23, you're going to think differently than you would at 18 or 19. And then at 18 or 19, you're going to think a little different at 15. But the point is that you're every 4 or 5 years in life, they say you go through stages. So you at 19 is different than at 15. And where you are today at 23 is going to be different than when you hit 27 or 28. At that point, you're going to be either you're going to have more responsibilities or you're going to be, in a different frame of mind, and you're going to be even different then. I mean, at least that's just how it goes. Although you be like me, I have the same mindset that I did at 19, and I'm 10 years older than you, well, 11 technically, but I
you
mean,
don't
so there
look
you
it.
go. Well, you
To
know
be
what?
fair,
As I told you, I was knocking on doors for 5.5 hours today, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's so good to see you." And yeah, but that's thankful for our home communities for that. But listen, you'll become, I think, even better of a person, and that you learn from it. But so you're in this match coming up. So it's a falls count anywhere match, and what does that entail? What does that entail, and how does that work?
so the whole point of a falls count anywhere match to a vet like me, we already understand. Elliot
Okay,
Creed understands, but
sure.
falls count anywhere. You basically cut 3, 4 different promos, different locations. No green
Uh,
screen, no background work. It's
hmm.
different locations, and then your final
So it could be
match.
like outside, it could be
Yeah,
inside, it could be,
no.
let's say,
So generally, you have one promo inside or two promos inside, two promos outside, different locations. So, like,
okay.
for example, I would cut one in my basement, and then backyard, front yard, and then wherever else.
I do that for my videos sometimes on Sportswire. Yeah, all right, that makes sense. You okay
Pardon me.
there?
Yeah,
don't,
bud.
don't choke on on the air. Then
That's what
that
I
feel
did.
bad. Well, don't do it.
That's what I did.
I'll feel better. But continue. We're having fun.
Um. So originally, I was gonna have a seven deadly sins match, which
Okay.
for those that are familiar with them,
I think it came up on Saturday's show after you left. Actually, I think it came up
seven
7
deadly
Deadly.
sins, seven match promos, each
Yep.
sin. You got
Yeah.
greed, lust, sloth, uh, lust. I already said lust, but seven deadly sins, right?
Yeah.
And pride, and that's how you do it. You relate your promo or your opponent to each sin. So
Hmm.
if Elliot's hardest hitting point on that sin for me would be pride,
Okay.
because I am one prideful son of a son of a gun.
Makes sense. That makes sense. Interesting. And if you're here on Instagram, do me a favor. If you'd like to follow Mr. Storm, Mr. KOTR, you could do that here. Hit the follow button for him, and you'll see more of him coming up here. And he's in two main events coming up. We just spoke about one of them. So let's talk about the second one here really quickly. I'll put it up your promo. We'll play it in a minute. But Max Michaels is a man that actually came on Sportswire. I kind of alluded to him a little bit when I introduced you, and he recently defeated Dante O'Cara. What a small world wrestling is, because Dante O'Cara I know from the British independent wrestling scene, and he won a minor title there, and then he moved to America. He met a girl, and he's becoming a father like you. And now he's trying a comeback in wrestling, and he's now doing that in baby steps in the promo wrestling world. And well, one of his opponents in his first match back of any sort was against Max Michaels, and well, he lost. That was in TPW. But you've got Max Michaels, and talk about you and Max Michaels here coming up.
So It's really funny because in Battlefield, the original main event was supposed to be me versus Dark Crow in a casket match, which would
Hmm.
require editing of some
Ah.
sort
Hmm.
because it's a casket match. Not every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a casket in their backyard, or if they do,
I actually live across from a cemetery, small world, so I could have helped you out with that. I could have.
um, but DCR hasn't been showing up, and I don't mean to throw shade,
Sure.
but excuses are excuses, and when you're constantly no showing, I'm gonna push for you not to be in a world title match, especially if
Understood.
you haven't shown love to the community or shown up for Sean Star and other individuals. So Max started talking smack in the locker room or backstage, and so I was like, "Hey, he did this, Adam here," and well, DCR stepped out, vacated the world title. Now it's me, Max. Max is as green as they come.
Yes,
Now,
I
granted,
had him here about 2 weeks ago. Dante was here and he came in, and he's got some potential, but he's starting out. There's no question that he is not a seasoned of a promo wrestler as yourself and some others. Sure.
he needs to slow down. He's trying to take big boy steps, and it's not working out for him because
Hmm.
he's talking and out of character in the DMs, which universal promo rule is no in character work in the DMs, no talking smack in the DMs unless you got beef, and then one of the locker room leaders, the vets, the legends, management will step in and will
Understood.
settle it.
Understood.
But he started talking smack in the DMs, and I told him get out of my DMs. But this was after our hypes were dropped.
Hmm.
So now he's dropped his match. Matt Tyson, much love,
Yes, I
dropped
know
my
Matt's
match.
big on TikTok. Yes, I've seen Matt on TikTok quite a bit.
So we'll see. I know I'm gonna win. Max is too green, too me, too. He's a rookie. You can tell he's a rookie. He
He
has
beat
big
Okara
ideas.
though. What do you make of that? He beats Dante Okara, a guy that who can talk a bit. I know him before nobody was coming on this platform. Dante was a part of British wrestling, which was the first foray for me into wrestling of any sorts. And he was a part of a company that would come on here quite a bit. And I had him on a few times. And, Dante can talk. Dante's definitely a guy that could carry a conversation, but he beat Okara. So what is that? Does that mean anything to you, or why do you think he beat a Dante Okara? If you're
I
familiar with that,
think I think he beat Dante Okara, and once again, this is no shade. I've never met Dante Okara.
sure,
I'm just now, like
right?
seeing him pop up in the chat and
Yeah,
things like
he
that.
came out of nowhere. I hadn't had him on Sportswire for like 2+ years, and I mean, I think he and I might have exchanged messages here and there over the past year plus, but he showed up into my stream. I think when I had James Fury on, who was in a segment in MLW, and he showed up, and we did a show right after, and that's when he made his comeback. So that's about a month or so ago. So yeah, I mean, he just kind of came back out of nowhere, really.
So if Dante Okara is a indie wrestler from the other
UK.
across the pond,
Yes, and moved to
um,
America and lives in Georgia now. Yeah,
so
it's really fascinating story in itself.
y- as a indie wrestler, as a wrestler, you learn to talk. At least I did when I started training. I didn't
Hmm.
train I was trained by an indie that worked in the small community in North Carolina.
Hmm.
So I'm a backyardian by heart, by soul, by
Nice,
choice. Um,
nice.
Pop my thumb. That hurt. Anywho,
I
um,
hope you feel better.
no, I'm good. I'm fine. Yeah,
That's
it'll
good.
feel it. Dante, if he's now coming back into this and he's trying to re-enter the world, of course he's going to be rusty.
Okay.
And from what I've seen, he looks like a rookie. But from what I've heard from not only yourself but other people chirping in my ear, it sounds like he just has some rust. And yeah, his promo probably could have been better. And Max Michaels, I
Was able to
just
get the
did better.
best of him because he's doing it a little longer than Okara. Okara probably should have practiced more or didn't. I don't know, whatever it is. I mean, I don't know how these things are scored, but
I
Michaels was
wouldn't
able to get the job done.
I wouldn't say that he should have practiced more. I think that if he would have taken a little bit longer of a time to I'm not saying go over what he was gonna say, but if he took an extra second or two to think about what he was gonna say before he said it,
Mhm.
I think Okara would have gotten him. Now
Right.
I'm at the point, I don't think. I just let my mouth run because it comes so naturally now. I've been
Hmm.
doing this forever.
Well, I'll tell you what I want to do. I know there's some people here in the chat. I want to play your promo with Michaels. I want to let the world see that. So let me do that for the audience, and we'll talk about it. That's kind of what we'll do on Sportswire. So here we go. Let's talk about it.
You think your pride is going to save you from this absolutely deserved obliteration? Do you think that your pride is going to recover in full when I absolutely burn you, your hopes, your dreams to a crisp? See, demonic morons like you can't have pride because you hide behind a mask, you hide behind a fake face and a facade. See, this is all you're going to get. This is the true meaning of ego, of pride, of cancer. We are in an infernal match, and you come out swinging for the fences and you drop the fucking ball. See, I had to watch what you said just so I can make fun of you for it. And well, you call that a cult promo? You call that something that you want to stand by, 10 toes down, when nobody can understand you? Homie, I've already obliterated you once. I've already got your number twice. I've got you quivering in your boots. You probably beg your cult to help you out. They can get their asses lit up too. See, I am the cancer, and this is tame. This is calm. You feel that? Deep down inside, you know there's a storm a brewing. You have no idea what I'm capable of doing. You quite never could ever amount to what I've done or my creative genius. So, I'll leave you on this note, Max. When you get hit with a fire touch, when you get hit with the dead man's touch, you won't know what to do with yourself. Oh, and nice screen recording. Fucking loser. Max Michaels.
Oh, okay. Well, I think
You
we got.
think
We
your
think
pride.
there we go. We'll take that off the screen. All right. So obviously, methodical promo there, not shouting out loud. Not just was more just prodding, slow to the point, and basically trying to make an example there out of Max Michaels.
So you heard when I said the dead man's touch or the
Yes.
fire touch.
Well, you mentioned the cult also a bit, which I'm going to get to in a minute. You talked about them quite a bit.
I'm a psycho when it comes to this kind of thing. I have
Mm.
a very, very good reputation of doing what I set my mind to. So in promos of past and the future, I will put neutral gloves on. I will spray them with isopropyl alcohol and I will
Ah,
ignite said gloves. And I was gonna do that in my match promo, and then I realized after
ah,
talking to some of my peers that it's an inferno match. If I catch myself on fire, I'm basically forfeiting the match.
so that's why you don't want to
So I
have a.
didn't.
I see.
I
Makes
was
sense.
going to. I was dead set. I was trying to find the gloves. I have the alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol, and I have the lighter. But don't want to give the kid a world title by accidentally following a technicality.
So that's why that promo we saw was the way it was. So that was your strategy in going into it. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It certainly makes sense. And I'd be curious to see what he says in his promo coming up. And that's
It's
obviously,
it's it's up. It's posted.
yeah, I was actually going to look for it. I think I saw it somewhere.
It's on
Uh,
Battlefield. I do believe
Oh,
that.
okay. Because I was like, I didn't see it on his page. Let me pull. So we'll compare and contrast. We'll go to his.
I mean, if you want to, his hype and his match are posted. So I mean, either or.
Yeah,
If
I
you just
got
want
it.
to,
I got it. I did see it actually. Okay, so we'll play it. We'll talk about it. We'll say hello to J Rod. Omen Black is here. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And Omen will be here, by the way, tomorrow in your chair. So you'll pass the baton to him for tomorrow. He'll be
but
here.
I
And I'm
will not pass my royal staff. You can have the chair, not the staff.
All right, well, close enough. But let's play his promo and we'll talk about it.
That would be his match promo.
Is for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy!
AJ! Oh, you fucked up, my friend! You fucked up. Now, you're dealing with Max. And Max doesn't need a mask.
Can you pause it for a second?
Need.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So, did you see my hype, right?
Yes.
My phone was like this.
Yes.
Not like I'm currently, but it was like this.
Yeah.
It's continue.
Okay. Well, he had
peeve.
spoken it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's
Ladies and gentlemen, the
skill
title
thing.
you're about to watch is for mature audiences only.
Sorry about that.
Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy!
AJ! Oh, you fucked up, my friend. You fucked up. Now, you're dealing with Max. And Max doesn't need a mask. Max doesn't need a cult. What Max needs is for you to get the fuck out of my way. I am here for one thing in BPW, and that is to be world champion. But you see, AJ, you are in my way. You may be the big dog, the top dog, the god of all promo wrestling, but guess what, buddy? There's going to be a new god in town. And you're looking at him. You're going to be looking at the new BPW World Heavyweight Champion. Because you see this fire around me. Oh, AJ, once you step inside of here, you will be burned, my friend. You will burn for all you have done. You have spoken your truth that you claim that I am nothing more than dead weight, that I'm nothing more than a rookie. Well, AJ, let me just tell you, this rookie is going to kick the living shit out of you. So come on. Bring it. I'm ready. Let's see what you got, jackass. Toodles.
Well,
The bleep. You had the
I-
bleep.
Yeah, we use the bleep button. Well, I'm sure. Do you know the story why we have the bleep button?
I don't need to know it. I can
Well,
probably.
Take a guess. Take a guess why we have the bleep button. You
Is
wanna
it
guess?
Anthony Steele?
Yeah, yeah. He had it. One of his appearances here. He basically like the entire time dropped f-bombs. So as I stated, who we've had on the platform, and well, who I'm going to have on the platform in a matter of days. I think my top the other people that have come on here. So basically, in protection of the brand, I have to now use this.
I thought that was his, and it didn't work,
No,
man. I was
no.
about to. I was.
No, this is no. We have the big bucks on Sportswire. We have a war. I have a personal war chest. Let's just put it that way. But obviously we use that now. But we love Anthony though. But he literally dropped like an F-bomb every second. It was actually funny. He actually was laughing about it because it was kind of comical. Because then he was like trying to get it in, and then I would use the beep button. It's actually pretty funny. It was a memorable episode. I mean, it was Anthony, so it was in a way, that's what kind of makes him lovable in a sense that he's who he is. It's kind of lovable in a sense, but I do need to use this beat button out of protection at this point because
You are gonna probably need to use it on if you decide to show my match promo. You will need to use it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll use it. But okay. But now I noticed this was an Inferno match, but I noticed that you had more of a methodical style, and he was just ready to just almost burn you in hell.
It's the skill. It's the skill difference. It's the skill difference. See, I talked about it without having to be about it, but you picked up the theme of it. He's going for glitz and glamour. I didn't use special effects because when he gets up like this, it looks like he's on fire.
I see. Yeah, I noticed that. That's why I was like, that was a contrast. And he used the words that you were using about him, the rookie, and he's not experienced. And I mean, I don't know if I would have went about it that way.
I don't know who called him a dead weight. It wasn't me. You're lying.
Well, I mean, that's what he did. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, but that's the path he chose. So let me get your video up. I think we just played was that the hype promo we played?
That was the hype. So Matt Tyson.
Let's go to Battlefield, right? Because Battlefield has the other promo. So we'll go here.
Matt Tyson posted it.
Oh, is it on his page?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
let me go to Matt Tyson. Oh, there we go. I think I got it right here. Yeah, I got it. Okay, all right. So let's go to yours now. Let's go to Matt. Matt, literally, in fact, he just posted. We were on the air, so how would I have known to see it? That's thank you, Matt. Though, but here we go.
Out the windows. Why did you have to pull the mask off? Just because you can show that you're prideful? Man, I am 3 times your size. You will never be a world champion, let alone a world champion contender. And you would never have been in this situation if it wasn't for me, because it was supposed to be me and Dark Crow. And then you start rubbing your little puppy mouth. You still ain't even gotten any teeth. And so I decided to add you to this match to see what you got. And so far, you've been Amber hurting yourself and shitting the bed. You're overhyped, overcompensating. You lack substance. You think that you can scream and shout and raise your voice like a prepubescent child who's afraid of getting yelled at by the loved one that's outside the door, listening to every word he says. But listen here, child. I will show you what an actual superstar is. You see, you use that CGI type shit. I'm the type of guy that actually lights himself on fucking fire, not because I'm stupid, because I'm that damn committed to my craft. You think you're good enough to beat me, but you're not. You bit the hand that feeds you over and over again. You're the next Abiel Jr. to be exact. See, I don't need to reassure anybody. I don't need anybody because I can stand on my own 2 feet and fight while you coward in the DMs thinking that you doing something. You really think that I am so nice that I wouldn't even do anything? That I wouldn't mention anything? Listen here, you little brat. I'm going to take a pair of needle nose pliers and yank out that stupid little nose piercing of yours, and then I'm going to grab you by your scrawny little neck, and I'm going to hang you upside down so that little perm of yours that you spent too much money on burns away in the flame. And that way now, not only do you match the mask, you're bald, you're ugly, you're stupid, and you're humbled, because I never had to owe anybody an explanation. I don't owe shit. I've never owed anybody anything except for my 100%. So you can say whatever the hell you want to say about me, but just know, while you sitting there saying a lot of shit and saying nothing at all at the same time, I'm over here playing the quiet game. I'm over here playing smart because sometimes it's better to say nothing at all than just run your mouth. And let this be a teachable moment for you. You will not beat me. I am expecting the world title. You know why? Because when people see my name on match cards, they freak out. They scream, they shout, they call for their mama and their daddy, they call for the cult members. Mister, I don't need a cult. I don't care what you need. I don't care what you don't need. I don't care about you. All I care is about making a fool of you. And that's what I'm doing with this verbal assassination attempt that will not miss. I've never missed a target, and I will always hit perfectly bullseye. So you say what you gotta say. I'll do what I gotta do. And just know, at the end of the day, you need to start realizing you fucked up.
One.
We'll take this off the screen first. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate that very much. And
Love you, Matt.
we appreciate that. But again, I do see a bit of a difference. You didn't use the Inferno fire effects. You went for talked about the personal history a little bit there in the DM. You did have a more of a contrasting approach. I mean, obviously, I'm sure in Battlefield they'll take that into consideration, but a different promo, more of a veteran seasoned promo than Max's. Max's was more showing some fire, literally. I don't know how that'll be scored, but you showed more of the veteran getting to the point, talking about the history, talking about what you are, and we'll see how that will pale into comparison to what the judges think, I guess. I don't know.
Well, either way, not everything's about editing. Not everything is about making things look good. Sometimes you just need that straight shooter approach, attempt, and execution. And that's what I did. That's
Yeah, I think it
exactly.
was more just to the point. It wasn't over the top, but it got straight to where it was. There was a believability factor. I don't know, again, how these things are rated. So I don't want to say, oh, Max's was bad.
Intensity, creativity, believability, I do believe. So,
I think, well, you had a lot of believability there. The believability was very strong. I think that Max's was more, definitely over the top. He was definitely going for more of a, I don't want to say bombastic approach, but he was going more of, on the offense. But the question would be, compared to yours, you had more of a veteran approach. Let's leave it at that, more or less.
that's all you can do. I mean,
No, I mean, look, it was. I enjoyed watching them. I mean, I like the promo wrestling world. I like having it here on Sportswire. I don't know, who's going to win, but I think that I could see a clear difference in this case, a clear contrast between you and Michael. So, yeah, if you told me Michaels was a rookie, you're a veteran, I could see that based on your approach, his approach. It's an Inferno match, but he used fire. I mean, I would think from what you told me, I wouldn't use Inferno effects in the video, but he did. I mean, that would, to me, if I'm scoring it, that would probably mean that he lost the match. But maybe I'm missing something.
well, it is all different compared to who you're talking to. So, I mentioned Inferno. I mentioned dragging him, grabbing him by his neck, pulling out his nose ring, and
Yeah,
dumping
I
him
heard
into
that.
the
Yeah, I
fire.
talked about the perm on his head, and he
That's
talked about.
describing. It's just more times than not, description creativity
I see.
often pays off more than visual creativity. So that might bite
Mm.
him in the ass. It might not. He put up a good fight. I'm not going to sit here and knock the kid, but do I think he got the win now? And that's not me
Yeah,
being
no. Listen, I would expect you to say that. I mean, it's I'm not. That's not anything.
as a
That's
veteran, as a veteran standpoint. If I were to watch that, and I'm not being biased because it is
yeah.
me, but I am in the match.
Mm-hmm.
I could have done better. I could have done so on and so forth. But I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go take something to somebody right quick. So if you just wanna,
Yeah, we'll get to people in the chat. We'll do that here. First of all, let me get to some people. We'll take you off the screen for a minute. Nathaniel Rage is here, who said, well, my longtime rival. My good old buddy, the Heartless Sheriff, Colton Lee, is here. And obviously, Nathaniel Rage says he's got some unfinished business with him. Omen Black was talking about, did this guy just say, I can't have the royal staff? I don't think, I think he just told, I don't remember. What did he say? I don't even remember. But who it doesn't matter at this point. You'll be here tomorrow night and we'll talk. And I'll have an announcement that I would hope that people would like to enjoy. I think it'll be a good announcement, and I hope you tune in for Omen and his show. A lot of great things happening in the IMF. Congratulations to all of them and all the success. My goodness, they've been doing a lot of great things. They have a big turnout here coming up, but we'll get to a surprise here that I have coming up shortly. So we'll get to that, and also. Who else we have here in the chat? Yes, Zilla. You are the one. Yes, he is the one true king of Sportswire, the one true king of Palo, and the one true king of the Underground. Is there anything else you want to say? Silas Walker is here, and well, we do have somebody here. I guess Mr. Storm has left the venue for now. But wait a minute, weren't you here already? What is your? We're not. There's no IMF tonight. So what would be your reason here tonight? Are you clamoring for a match in Battlefield? Are you talking about your TPW match coming up? What would be your reason here tonight, other than
I was invited.
you were? You were invited by who? Who invited you?
AJ Storm.
I was gonna say you invited yourself.
Nah, AJ invited me.
You ever watch the show Three's Company? Who's a coming the door? That's like you. You just come through the door and just show
No,
up.
but hold on. Give me 1 second.
Well, he's here now.
I did.
No, there you go. And yeah, well, this isn't an IMF show. This is actually Anthony and his other job. Anthony does, for those that don't know, Anthony is a promo wrestler as well. He's actually a promo wrestler. He's got a promo wrestling match here. And AJ, you invited Anthony Steele for what reason here?
Man, it's Anthony.
Yeah,
I love
understand.
Anthony is one of my best friends.
But why didn't Zach Clark? You didn't invite Zach Clark.
Fuck Zach Clark.
No, it's not nice. We leave Zach alone. But
Hold on. I need you to do something. Get really close to your button. That way you're on time. Ready?
Well, let's not do it like for 25. You know, we are having.
I'm not.
I just had mainstream coverage in the heavy metal version of Rolling Stone. I would like to remind you of that. So
I'm only doing it one more.
Hold on. I got you. Give me 1 second.
I have it.
Hold on. I haven't even said anything.
So
you guys are you and I are walking, talking bleep machines, Anthony.
So what's on your mind, Anthony? You brought your glasses out here. What's the special occasion for the glasses? Do you need to sing?
So I was going to talk about Anthony a little bit.
Let's talk about him. He's here now.
It's right there, by the way. It's right there. That way you don't have to say.
So
yes.
I'm not even gonna do that no more. I already passed it. So Anthony was my very first prodigy on the Instagram circuit.
Okay.
Chance did not like him. Yes, you have. Chance didn't like him, wanted to boot him out. I said, no, this kid's got something. Don't know what he's got yet, but if we just kicked everybody out that we didn't like, Instagram wouldn't be around. Or the promoting side of it wouldn't be around. And we have had a plethora of matches. He has beat me more times than I've beaten him. I do believe it's 4-2-2. 4-2-1.
Wow.
4-2-1.
4-2-1.
And then one would be a draw, right? No contest draw.
Actually, our very last interaction was on RPW as competitors against each other, and we tied.
Oh.
I do believe.
How do you guys feel about ties in promo wrestling? In hockey, they decided to get rid of ties by doing a 3-on-3 or a shootout at the end of a 3-on-3. How about you guys in promo wrestling?
I think ties are fair because if you generally the bad thing that we did when we couldn't decide is we used to flip a coin, and that wasn't.
Yeah, fair. I don't think flipping a coin is really.
So
I don't like the flipping a coin.
So for me and Steel, for example, if we cut two really hard hitting promos. And people just can't decide, then you tie. You don't tiebreaker. And ties don't happen very often, But when they do, it usually involves multiple people, multiple judges, friends outside. They'll watch and be like, I can't pick a winner.
Mm.
So I believe our last interaction as competitors was the week before we formed FAFO.
Yeah, he's got FAFO in his
No,
title
it
name.
was after.
Was it after?
It was way after.
Oh,
Because
well,
our last interaction was last year.
you could be right.
I know I'm right.
Well,
You could
we
be
don't
right.
have a record book to show who's right and who's not, so we'll just say
No, we're
I
have
gonna
a
go off
record
what
book.
he says.
you
'cause
do.
I
You have a
hit my
record
head a
book.
lot.
I have a record book here.
do?
'Cause I'll tell you the exact date. Before.
Boy, Anthony came prepared.
I have a record book of COD. How many times I've beaten him? He's never beaten me, and I've beaten him 6 times, including a FAFO tag team title defense against Armin and Dangerous as well.
Very nice. Very nice.
September 20th of
September
last year.
20th.
Oh wow,
That was
wasn't
after.
that long ago.
You're
That's
right.
about
That is
almost 6 months ago.
that was after. You were correct. I do apologize.
It was right before I won the IMF United States Championship.
Crazy.
Well, you're here now.
But when it comes to Anthony Steele, promo wise, I get compared to Anthony. Anthony gets compared to me. People love to call him Anthony Storm and me AJ Steele, or vice versa. We bring out the best in each other, and one of those specific reasons that I wanted to bring Anthony on is because he can wholeheartedly agree to this.
What?
Nobody wants to book FAFO
How come?
because we are undefeated as a tag team. Point blank, period.
Well, why
Nobody.
can't the Colt compete against you guys then? Nathaniel Rage is here.
That's because the Colt would get smoked out of the water quicker than he could blink his eyeballs.
You don't think Zach Clark and Killshot could go out there and what? I'm just asking a question.
Bleep no. Bleep no.
I share his reaction.
Zach Clark and
Nathaniel
Killshot.
Rage would like me to play even his reel. He might want me to play it on the screen. I don't know if you'd want. That's your time, Anthony. But thank you, Carmen Estrada, for tuning in. I hope you hit the sub button for us and hit.
That
hit
is
the like for
my
us.
marketing director. He makes all the AJ merch. He made the FAFO merch.
Oh wow!
That is Sean
Well,
Soulstar.
thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much. We appreciate every last one of you. So I appreciate
He
that.
is amazing.
Well, thank you, Carmen, for tuning in. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate that. But so the Colt can't beat you guys, you think?
No. And I had this conversation on CPF. Anthony, you probably didn't see it, but it was.
No, I didn't. I definitely. If it was CPF, I did.
OG Bloodhounds. OG Bloodhounds claimed that they signed the dotted line, and then we chickened out. And that's not the case because when I have Steel, and Steel has me, we always got each other's back. So we have no problem accepting challenges. And until
You're talking about Devin and Lucifer?
I am.
Well, how about you and Lyra Limber, Anthony, and TPW? What are you thinking? Lyra was on Sportswire. Lyra's going to be here on the 22nd as well. I mean,
Big
you
old
sure about
fart
that?
emoji.
Lyra is also going to be is also doing wrestling as well. Maybe this could be a foreshadowing of you in a wrestling match as well with Lyra.
But
It's a regular
as far as I see it, until we are the only tag team in history of Instagram promoing, only tag team in history that is undefeated. We have never lost a match as a tag team.
Wow.
That makes us the greatest tag team on Instagram, point blank, period.
Very
And
impressive.
if somebody wants to challenge that, go ahead.
So are you going by the show again, Anthony, in promo wrestling?
No, it says Anthony. Get it? Anthony steals the show.
Oh, well, I do need my ears.
It's wordplay. You like it?
Well, yeah, kind of actually. Anthony steals the show. I didn't. Viewer
'Cause I
discretion
steal
is
the
advised.
show.
I thought
That's
the viewer.
another.
That's a good one, Anthony.
That's another reason why people don't want to book FAFO, because when we get booked, Nobody worries about whoever else
Now,
is on the card.
I will say though, Anthony, Nathaniel Rage has instructed me to play something for you specifically on Sportswire, since Nathaniel has a lot of promo championships right now at his disposal in Arsenal. He seems to be very confident about this. I am going to play this reel he sent me, so I'm going to play it for you. He says just for you, so not for me, not for anybody else, but he wants it just for you, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do that here for those that are listening and watching. We are going to play the and boy, Anthony, you are certainly getting a lot of people now in the chat. Anthony, we got
You're
it.
welcome, AJ.
Hey, Anthony, it's your old pal, the Death Titan. Up here. Do I have your attention? It's good to see you, buddy. I've heard great things. You're back in the promoing world. I'm sure we'll meet at some point down the line. But I just wanted to let you know that things are about to change.
The devil sends his regards. We'll see you at the feast, Mr. Steel.
So
You had better run.
Hey, Anthony, it's your...
We'll take this there. Okay, so Anthony, obviously, that's an old friend of yours, Tommy Titus, who has wanted a match with you, and
well,
yeah,
it
and
sounds
Darkron's piling on you, calling you Anthony Steele a chump. Anthony's still a chump. He's even saying.
sorry guys, my ring light temporarily died.
Well, you know what? Anthony's getting a tough one tonight. Tommy Titus and Darkron going after you, and
Look. I don't care.
Tommy Titus does. Tommy Titus just did.
Of
Look.
course. A dude that knows. One, Nathaniel Rage already knows I'm coming for his title. I've made it clear. Made it publicly clear.
Yes.
And
You-
Titus, of course, Titus wants to come after me because Titus is the guy that couldn't get the job done.
Well, he
against
has said
Nathaniel
here
Rage.
in the past he has wanted a match with you in your return. He has been very steadfast on that.
And I told Titus, I'll grant him that opportunity at the end of the year.
Well, but Nathaniel Rage said that you'll be seeing him soon.
You're damn right I will. And
That
what you're
world
going to be
title.
seeing, what you're going to see very, very soon is Anthony Steele climb back up the ranks and take that precious world title off of you in TPW.
But you got Lyra Limber first. You got Lyra Limber first.
I ain't worried about Lyra. I really ain't.
You
I ain't
should be.
worried about Soulstar, Titus. What is he going by? Unforgiven Soul. I ain't worried about nobody.
We're not.
I ain't worried about Devin Adams. I ain't worried about Lucifer.
Well, Devin
I ain't
Adams
worried
hasn't
about
lost many
Clancy.
times, though.
I ain't worried about Travis Black. I ain't worried about Zach Clark. I ain't worried about Killshot. I ain't worried about
I would be
Gunshot. I'm
worried
not
about Zach Clark because
nobody.
I think Zach Clark is going to be. I really think Zach Clark's going to have a huge year. Zach is going to show something this year. I'd be worried about
AJ, didn't someone say that like 2 years ago?
But now we're on Sportswire. This is the platform that just did have King's X faces.
This is the platform. This is the platform that Anthony Steele helped build. This is the platform that Anthony Steele is on multiple times a month, and you want to know why that is? Because I speak the truth, and the truth is Zach Clark, if he comes up against me, will get bodied like he's done multiple times. And Nathaniel Rage.
Well, Nathaniel Rage is different though. He's different.
Nathaniel Rage. You can use your little video effects. You can use your voice manipulation. But what you can't use, that I can use all the way to my disposal, is the storytelling aspect. Because I'm going to tell a story with you. And the story I'm going to tell is how you rose the ranks of TPW so fucking quick just to drop to the biggest legend in TPW.
But he really rose up very quickly. I mean, just in a matter of months, he's the champion. He holds multiple championships. He's got 17 members in his cult. And, I mean, he's
funny
impressive.
thing about that.
Yeah.
Real funny thing about that. And that comment that just popped right up right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I should be worried. It's
Yes.
funny how you act so tough, but you forget that you may be able to mess with losers, but you come fucking around. Sorry, my fault. My fault.
It's okay. It's okay.
You
It was
come
kind of funny
messing.
how you said it.
You come messing with me. You expect me. I'm not gonna reach out to my friends,
Mm.
but I'm like your cult. My friends are loyal. You see, your cult can come after me, but Revolution, and I promise you, if I call up Steel, offer him the right amount of money, buy him a Subway sandwich,
What about the
if you
Oreo
know.
cookie now, by the way? The Oreo cookie, I
Uh,
would certainly. No, you don't like it? I
I
tempted to
don't. I
try it.
don't. I don't eat sweets. I don't eat sweets.
Well,
I
you
offer
don't,
him
but
a
other
Subway
people.
sandwich, and the cult is outgunned, no matter how many you have.
Eat
And
fresh.
I have to step off here in a couple minutes, but I just wanted to.
Well, I
Um,
gotta give you something before you go, because Anthony will sit here for a few minutes. But I got something for you. I gotta give you something. I want you to have this. I got something for you. I know you're a busy man. Anthony will talk for a few minutes because he's always likes to talk. But I did want to give you something because you've been so generous with your time, and we appreciate you and all you do in the promo wrestling world, and I enjoy it. And it is AJ Storm Day on all Sports by Radio platforms. So there you go. Get it 02-25-25. It is AJ
appreciate
Storm
it.
Day. So congratulations. I'll send you the physical copy when we're off the air. Thank you for all that you do for the sport of wrestling and all wrestling matters and promo wrestling. And I'll give this to you, Mr. KOTR, when we're off the air, the physical copy. And thank you for what you do
Hey,
I
AJ.
appreciate. Yo,
I understand this is your day, but
today.
can I speak on your day about some? Your good old friend Nathaniel.
Yes, Nathaniel.
You see,
Nathaniel Rage.
the people you've beaten while you've been world champion, I've demolished my entire career. Titus, multiple victories over Titus, multiple world championship victories over world Titus, to be exact. Samuel, that dude's scared to fucking face me because he knows that I will body him and humiliate him. And your next challenger, whoever it may be, isn't going to be anything like me.
thank you guys for hosting me. I appreciate it. Still,
Oh,
still the
well,
show.
I'm nice to see you, and yeah, we'll hope to see you soon. And thank you, AJ Storm. That was AJ Storm. It is AJ Storm Day on all Sports by Radio platforms. He has to run, and Anthony will talk for a few minutes because that's what he does. And AJ, hope you come back. He left. Boy, AJ's a busy man. That was a storm like there, and Anthony Steele once again, somebody else's show closes it out. I mean, why?
So
why? Or why not? No, you know what? Why not? I guess it's your Anthony Steele. That's what I do.
Exactly.
That's what I do.
Nathaniel, the one thing you got to understand is I'm a different breed than all these individuals you face in TPW. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. Inside of a ring and on screen on Instagram. And the funny thing is while you are the one that's holding the world championship,
Yeah.
you're looking at the dude that has held that title more times than you could ever think of.
But he's got it right now. And also Zach Clark, by the way, Zach Clark said very, very strong words. AJ has ran away because the cult is watching.
So let me issue this challenge, Nathaniel.
Right.
Once I get done with Lyra, whatever
Lyra, I believe
they want to be called.
Next
week on TPW. You said Zach Clark and Killshot are with the cult.
Yeah, bang bang, bang bang, and they
Have
were good. Killshot and Zach Clark, they're the future.
Have Zach Clark and Killshot.
Yeah,
meet me 2-on-1 next week.
No,
and I'll take out two members of your cult.
No. You gotta
I'll take out two members of your cult at one time.
Don't do
and
that.
I'll show you that I don't need a cult. I don't need a following.
That's very.
I don't
very
need a tag
confident.
team partner to
That's very
destroy
confident
everything
of
that you
you.
built.
You sure?
Because
That's
yeah, I'm sure because I don't need.
the phone's ringing. Maybe it's the
I
Colts
don't.
calling you. They're watching you. We're watching you.
I don't need.
He's the apex predator of this industry. He's the crown collector himself, the one and only devil. And he's going to go ahead and tell you that it won't be a 2-on-1 if you go down this path. Don't do it. That's what I'm saying. Don't
Bring
be
all that
don't
you
be
can.
overconfident. I wouldn't do it. I would say
No,
just go
overconfident.
Yeah.
Dude, you're looking at the dude that's taking on the best tag teams 2-on-1 and whooped their butts.
But you know what, though? But
I held it.
Nathaniel Rage is telling you that you're being overconfident. That's what he's telling you.
Overconfident?
That's what he's basically saying.
Or understanding my capabilities on the mic.
I think that he's telling you that you shouldn't go down this road.
And I'm telling Nathaniel.
You haven't met anyone like Nathaniel in your promo career.
And he's never met anyone like me.
But you're usually the one that scares everyone off. Nathaniel's almost saying, bring it on.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't see anybody rushing to face Nathaniel. But I've heard and seen a lot of people rushing to face me for the simple fact that they know what I'm capable of. They know what they've heard.
Respect for you. He respects you. Yeah, and I'm with Carmen on this one. You could make it a tag team match. I would agree with that. Do tag team action.
See, it's not ignorance, Nathaniel.
Nathaniel killed somebody in his promo, basically. He literally killed someone.
Congratulations. See, Tom, you've done research.
Yes,
you've done research on my career, right?
That's been an amazing career. Yes.
I've said it before on Sportswire. I've said it to Nathaniel. I've said it to TPW. See, I haven't just danced with the devil before.
Well, you are kind of the devil.
I embrace every aspect of him.
Well, that's Nathaniel. You guys share a lot more in common than maybe you realize.
And see, Nathaniel, I'm not scared of a devil. I'm not scared of a man or a woman or any creature or being on this earth. I'm not scared of a dang thing. And I dang sure ain't going to be scared of you. So when I do show up and challenge you for that world title, when Rocky signs that dotted line and tells you you're facing me and defending that world title against the one, the only, the realest fucking deal in promo wrestling history, just know I'm not AJ Storm. I'm not Tommy Titus. And I'm not Samuel. I don't care how much blood you have to shed, because if there's one thing that I've showed, I can lose a lot of blood and still get up and keep fighting. If it's a war that you want,
he's working with Devin Adams right now. Devin Adams said Nathaniel Rage is somebody that he had to team up with because he didn't beat him. He didn't beat him.
Yeah, of course. Devin Adams, the dude. If you can't beat him, team with him. Of course.
But that's smart because you're just.
No, that's not smart. That's weakness.
No, I would say
that's showing that. No. That's showing weakness. Devin Adams is teaming with a dude he can't beat because he knows if he can't beat him,
Kevin Durant went to
the
Kevin Durant went to the Warriors. He won the NBA championship twice. That was a good move on his part. Devin Adams going into Nathaniel Rage continues to make sure he's on top in promo wrestling. Good move. I mean, Kevin Durant.
But where's he at? Where's he's supposed to be on top, right? He's supposed to be on top. What happened? What happened when he defended those tag team titles?
Well, I mean,
what happened?
This competition.
What happened though? You're supposed to be on top, right? Supposed to be on top, right?
He's back on top though with Nathaniel Rage.
Where? What title does he hold?
He's working with Nathaniel to ensure he keeps the world title.
Oh, so he's got a lackey that helps him.
No,
congratulations. Hey, let me say this, Nathaniel. I've beaten Devin on multiple occasions. Ain't scared.
He said that he's got respect for you though. But if you go down that wrong path, he's gonna bring the cult on you. They got 17 members. You can't win 17 on one.
Congratulations, dude! You can have 17. You can have 1,700.
Well, 1,700 be a
I
bit
don't.
much.
I don't care how big your cult is. All I care about is what you're holding around your waist. That way, I can raise it high one
How's
last
the
time
thumb
before I
feeling,
hang
by
up the
the way?
boot.
How's the thumb? Oh, it's good. Thumb's 100%. Good.
I
Thank
want to say
God.
100, but it'll be
80,
all right.
85?
About 85.
All right, so we'll be 95 by your next Sportswire appearance tomorrow. That's good. But Nathaniel, I would say, as we're here with Anthony Steele and AJ Storm show, don't ask, but it always ends this way. But we are here with Anthony.
You know what I really want, Tom.
What? You want a match with Rhino? I know. I'll
No.
ask him.
Oh, I
I'll
would,
ask him.
dude. I would love that. But I
Well,
want to go.
somebody wants you to
I
wrestle. Somebody wants you to wrestle Jimmy Controversy, which, Jimmy Controversy, to be honest, won't do it. He won't do it. He'll say, "Are you trained?"
I want to go face to face with Nathaniel.
Well, now that's a match I would like to see. Yeah, I want to see that in promo wrestling.
So Nathaniel,
I'm down with that.
Right now, there's a lot of open air and opportunity. Come on here, go face to face with me.
Well, he's
Come
right
talk
now.
to me.
He's busy, but he's gonna do it.
Come
when
talk to me.
He'll do it when he needs to do it. He's
Look,
working.
I don't care. I don't want the keyboard warrior that's going to type in the comments. I want someone to say it to my face.
Well, he's not a keyboard warrior. He's the champion. He's just basically telling you. He's actually saying he respects you. He's not. This isn't a case of somebody talking down to you. He's just saying.
Hey, look,
what he's saying.
I don't care. I don't care if he respects me or not, man. What you're going to respect, no. What you're going to understand, Nathaniel, is I'm the guy that is going to dethrone you from your high horse that you're sitting on. I'm going to be the one to destroy your cult by myself. And when everything is deplete, what does that leave of Nathaniel Rage? His following, gone. World title, gone. His confidence, gone. His destruction.
Well, let me
gone.
ask you though, do you think maybe in a way he's looking past Elliot Creed? I mean, AJ had a lot to say about Elliot Creed and OPW. Is that maybe Elliot Creed could take down Nathaniel Rage? I mean, Elliot Creed's a very strong opponent, and maybe Nathaniel should focus on Elliot Creed because that's going to be no walk in the park for him.
He knows just as much as I do. I don't care if he at this point.
What do you think Elliot Creed's chances are against Nathaniel Rage coming up this week?
Don't care.
Well, you don't? Why not?
Don't care.
Would you want Nathaniel Rage to win so we can keep the TPW title so you could take it away? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
What I want
Nathaniel
is the thing
to
that
win.
he has.
Right, so you want Nathaniel to win.
No, I don't care if Nathaniel's the one that's holding it. I don't care if Elliot Creed's the one that's holding it. I don't care if Zach Clark's dog is the one holding it.
Well, Zach Clark has got a great dog, I'm sure. We love Zach Clark on Sportswire. He's a good
All I
guy.
want is that TPW World Championship.
You do?
So if you lose, Nathaniel, I have nothing more to say to you.
You do.
Because at that point, what's making you this all high and mighty is that World Championship.
I don't think I think he has been respectful toward you.
See, once you lose that world title, you have nothing I want. You have nothing that you can give me.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're irrelevant to me. Lyra, you're relevant to me. Everybody else that steps in front of me, irrelevant to me. Whoever's holding that TPW World Championship, as soon as I get my shot, that's who's relevant. So right now, Nathaniel, because you hold it, you're relevant to me.
But Elliot, though, could take that title away from him. There is a possibility.
And then at that point, Elliot will be the relevant one in the situation.
So maybe Nathaniel should not focus on you and maybe worry about Elliot.
I mean, it'd be the smart decision.
Point. That's a good point, right? Because I mean, what's the point of talking to Nathaniel if Elliot could be the one to say, well, not so fast.
The only thing I'm trying to get this man to understand is,
What?
cool, you respect me. I like your skills.
Now, I have a surprise for you. I do have a guest here that would like to talk to you. Obviously, talk about your career and talk about how great you've done. And that's what I do. And, talk about obviously everything you've done and just, really congratulate you on your career and congratulate you on FAFLW. And I'm going to bring this person on because they're a big fan of yours and they would like to thank you for your contributions for our sport. No, that's not the fan. I thought we had a fan here on Sportswire. It's the Devil Nathaniel Rage. The
You wanted
champ
a
is here.
face to face?
Yeah. I needed this. What's up, buddy? How you doing, champ?
Steel.
You know it's not gonna go down. No,
I
I
don't
don't think you understand.
I don't think you understand how dangerous I am.
Oh,
What? How dangerous are you? Because you're not
Rocky
dangerous.
here, by the way, Rocky is scouting this match.
You're not. You bring no threat to me.
I would disagree. I disagree with that. He's the champion. He's the champion. You respect our champion here. We are very grateful to have our TPW champion here. This could be the match, by the way, at the Chase Wakefield Wedding Invitational. By the way, this could be the match.
Nathaniel, I applaud you for winning the world title. I do. I give credit where credit is due.
Good. Classy move, Anthony.
But you are saying the same thing that many other men before you have said to me. They're more dangerous than me. They can do a lot more to me than any other man has ever done. But yet those same men have fallen to my feet.
Anthony.
Those same men have laid on the ground.
I'm not a man. I'm an angelic being. Far more superior than you will ever be. And the difference between you and me is I get what I want.
You sure about that?
I can make your life a living hell. Trust me.
How? Explain. Elaborate.
Why would I elaborate? The king doesn't give away his secrets.
But no. How could you make my life hell? Send your little fucking puppy dogs to my door? Send Zach Clark and Killshot to me? Send Devin Adams to me? Do I put down that I know of? Because I don't know who all is in your clique, but I can damn well guarantee 75 at least I've put down multiple times.
Anthony, that's what I do.
See, but that's the thing, Nathaniel. Is you right now are sitting at the mountaintop, not them. You have your head held high while all of those follow your lead. They follow your orders. Anthony still follows no man's orders. I make my orders. And my order of business is taking what you have around your waist. My order of business is to retire holding one last world title. And the factor is, I don't care if you have Titus, Devin, Zach, Killshot. I don't care if you get Jahil's fucking girlfriend to fucking go, oh, no, Anthony fucking Steele. It doesn't matter to me, man.
When it comes down to the World Heavyweight Championship, I won that on my own. That's my crown. My men don't get involved in that. But I will tell you, since you're back in TPW and you want one last little run, you best slaughter every fucking night you can simply find. Because I'll go ahead and tell you, you will not make it to me in one piece.
I don't have to make it to you in one piece. All I gotta do is make it. All I gotta do is show up. All I gotta do is have Rocky sign the dotted line saying it's me versus you.
Well, technically, you both.
all Rocky has to say is it's for the TPW World Championship.
But we can't do that still, though, because Nathaniel's defending that against Elliot Creed. So, with all respect to
And
Nathaniel
the
and
only
Elliot Creed,
and see, I don't care about Elliot Creed, dude. I really
but he
don't.
is a part of this, though, because he could still win the title this week.
It's Elliot Sneed, let's be honest. I mean, I'm going to dog walk his ass.
AJ Storm was talking about him as a serious competitor in Battlefield promo. OPW. I mean, he was talking about him as a serious competitor, and we have to
Okay,
still
so
give him that respect.
This is where I'll show a little bit of respect. AJ said that Chance Sullivan was a serious competitor, and I've bodied that man so many times he might as well be dead and buried.
Well, his backyard career is certainly something. I'm going to leave that at that. But in terms of promo wrestling, that's obviously a different conversation. But
If we're going
No,
to
that's the same.
if we're going to get
I'm going to
technical,
leave it at that.
AJ can't really say anything because I bodied him in the World Cup for promoing.
You do have a history with him, a significant history with him. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. But it is still a match that is scheduled, contractually obligated. Nathaniel Ray is a part of it. Anthony Steele, you have a contractually obligated match as well with Lyra Limber. So you both need to be focused this week on your huge matches.
No. What I don't understand is, I get it. You're at the top of the food chain right now, and I'm gonna do exactly what I said I was going to do when I stepped back into the doors of TPW. I was going to work my way from the bottom all the way to the top, and of course, they give me Lyra, the bottom of the barrel, the smudge that you get.
I think that's a little bit not as.
But when I tell you, on multiple occasions, I've started from the bottom and worked my way all the way up. I've accomplished every single mission that I've set out to do. I've beaten AJ Storm, the dude that supposedly I can never beat.
4-2-1. Yes,
I've beaten Titus, the dude, both Tommy Titus and the Death Titan.
My left toe could beat AJ. So, I mean, anyone can beat AJ.
Oh, Nathaniel Ray, the devil is live.
Here's the funny thing is you have Titus wanting to come at me. The dude that cashed in a Money in the Bank on you and lost is trying to challenge the dude that has been the TPW Mr. Money in the Bank and won when I cashed in. See, everything I've done, you're starting to do. So all I got to do is rewrite what I've already written.
Steele,
all I got to do.
I think you misunderstood that. You should probably go back and rewatch it. It wasn't a challenge. You should really go back and watch that. You're going up against Lyra? Right?
Yes, Lyra Limber. I'll put that match promo up. We'll let everybody see that who's in action for sure. There's no question that Anthony has some strong competition here this week. Lyra Limber is somebody I would not overlook at all.
Strong competition.
I would say that, yes. I think that Lyra Limber is somebody that's going to go out there and give you a competitive match and give you a run for your money. I mean, it's the hardcore Puerto Rican punk against Anthony Steele's the show. Viewer discretion is advised. I mean, but Lyra Limber is an up-and-comer and is certainly going to be motivated because tonight Anthony Steele has overlooked Lyra Limber. This might motivate Lyra Limber here. You might be giving ammunition. You have to be careful about that.
You're right. You're right about one thing, Tom.
Yes, sir.
I'm overlooking her.
Well, it's they.
Them.
Well, I mean,
I'm overlooking them. I respect pronouns on here. Okay, they, them. All right.
Okay, good. Well, I'll give you that. That's fair. We'll Anthony Steele fears nobody.
But
yeah, that's pretty clear.
The thing I'm looking forward to, whether it's against you or Elliot Creed, or shoot, maybe one of your cult members can be the one to take you out. All I'm looking for is that title that's around your waist. That's my mission here.
But
So
that's
if
why
you
I say
hold
Elliot Creed
if you
is also a tough opponent for you too, Nathaniel. Elliot Creed is going to be motivated.
He is
All
tough.
right.
Give it to you. But the thing is, in OPW, he took something from me.
Yes.
So redemption and revenge is on my mind.
Oh, well, that's a good point too. Look, that's why I can't wait to watch this, and I can't wait for people to follow TPW because that's going to be a great match. And just, Anthony, think about the possibilities though that could be at the Chase Wakefield Wedding Invitational. You and Nathaniel Rage could be the top two. I mean, it would be like John Cena and Randy Orton one more time. It would be like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes maybe one more time, or maybe could be the possibility at the Chase Wakefield Wedding Invitational. It could be you and Nathaniel Rage. I mean, that could be something to look forward to. I mean, I think a lot of people would love to see you two out there at a promo battle, but you've got big matches coming up this week, and you just can't overlook your opponent. You can't look past them.
See, but that's where you're wrong, Tom.
Yes, sir.
That's where you're wrong.
Yes.
Because the thing about it is a lot of my stuff that I used to do, only a select few know what I've done. Now, Lyra, all of it's out in the open. I can watch what they have done.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch what Nathaniel has done. And that right there gives me the advantage, the highest advantage in all of TPW. See, I'm not going to say you're not unpredictable, boss. Because you are.
He's come here tonight and he has looked you toe to toe in the eye. And he's shown that, unlike other people that come on here, he's going toe to toe with you, and it's mano a mano. This is real competition, Anthony. This is like other people who can't talk. It's like other people in the last 2 years. No, this is Anthony. Nathaniel Rage is different. He's just a different type of person. He's not a person.
And that's okay. Different is good.
Yes, and thank you. And I agree with Rocky on that. That's a good point, which is what the point I've been making, that anybody can knock off anybody. And Lyra Limber and Elliot Creed could throw huge wrenches into this potential battle here coming up.
But the one thing I will address to you, Nathaniel, because I will never call you the devil.
Well, it's his name, though.
You will.
It's because, like I said, everything you have is out in the open. I have a lot locked inside.
You're always here, though.
I have a lot that you haven't seen. I have a lot that a lot of the new guys and girls have not seen. That's what makes me unpredictable.
I'll say
because
if you somehow manage to,
that's a great point by Rocky, and this is the point I've been making. Lyra Limber and Elliot Creed, they're not pushovers. They're going to be motivated. They're going to watch this back. Listen, if
you don't think I'm not focused?
That's what
Lyra?
Rocky's saying. That's Rocky saying that, not me. That's Rocky.
What do you mean? I've been studying this whole time.
Well, you're here taking away from study time.
That's because you don't study for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No, you got to take time to focus on other things.
Well, I mean, when I was in law,
you got to focus. You got to focus on the bigger picture. Law class,
I had to study 24 hours a day.
You got to focus on the bigger picture.
Well, that's true too.
The bigger picture is
he might win when I put a chair in his back.
Boy, I can't wait for TPW this week. Boy, TPW just got some of the very best competitors. You got to follow TPW on Instagram. Yep, just do it.
But Nathaniel, man, listen very closely. Your cult as I've stated, I've known a lot of those men for a lot of years. I know what they do. I know how they react. And I know the moment you don't give them what they want is the moment they run away. See, that's why when I came back, I got the invitation. Those letters underneath my name. Got an invitation back to rejoin and redo this faction. And I declined. I got an offer into the revolution. Homie, I don't need to be a part of a team that is called that. All I need to do is be that. And see, while I've never gotten an invitation to the cult, I will never accept one if one's offered.
Why not?
Because unlike all the other guys that walk behind you, I walk behind no man. I stand my ground. I stand on my 2 feet. And again, I don't take orders from anyone else. I don't need someone to stand beside me and be like, you got it, guys. You got
But
it.
they're
You
not
can
taking
do
orders
it."
from Nathaniel. They're not taking orders from him. They're not. That's not fair
See,
to those
because
leaders.
all those people need is an ego boost from you.
No, what they're doing is they're working together to eliminate the competition. What they're doing is basically eliminating everyone else. That's what they're doing.
So okay, let me ask you this: if they're eliminating everyone else, Nathaniel,
Yes.
I'll bring up a name that's already been brought up, Devin Adams.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay,
The legendary
where
Devin Adams.
where's those tag team titles that he was just holding about 2-3 weeks ago?
On Jerry Main and Alejandro.
Okay, who beat Devin Adams and Lucifer? Correct.
Mhm.
Okay, so if they're eliminating competition, why don't they have those tag team titles still around their waist?
I would blame that on Lucifer.
See,
Hey,
the fact of the matter is, you also have Zach Clark and Killshot,
And I'm very high on them
Yeah.
for this year.
the jobbers of TPW.
No, that's a statement that
The jobbers of TPW.
I think Rocky and I would certainly agree on this, that Zach Clark and Killshot are two of the biggest stars in TPW, and we think very highly of them.
The two biggest jokes. Yes, the things that we laugh at.
I'm not laughing at that. That's not true. Bang
How much-
bang.
about me, Steel. Truly.
Huh?
How much,
How much
do
do you know about
Enough.
it?
Enough.
Anthony
Well,
Steele.
like you said. Why would I reveal what I know?
I'll tell you what. You know what? Listen, I think that one day maybe we'll see this. I know you both are busy men. I know Nathaniel has got to prepare for occult business. Anthony, you've got to do what you do, and you got to go back to studying film on Lyra Limber. But I'll tell you what, I would like to see, though, one day this happen, you and Nathaniel race. Now, I don't know if it's going to be for the TPW championship, because I do think that Elliot Creed is going to be motivated and he's going to put up a strong fight. But also, conversely, Lyra Limber is going to be watching this and now is going to say, you know what, Anthony Steele, this could be a night where you have your Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas moment. We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out.
What I plan on doing?
But
You know what my goal is actually for you, Nathaniel? My goal is for you to retain that title all the way until the very biggest stage in TPW. All Pro. Because in June, there's a very special match that I've came up runner-up and not once, but twice. And that is the Rumble. And you know what happens when someone wins the Rumble, correct?
Yeah, I've won multiple.
They face the champion of their choosing.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal. That's my ultimate defeat. Is to stand in that Rumble with all your cult members and still get the victory. That way I can rightfully say, I went through your cult. Now I'm here to challenge you. Because in an all-pro, there's one thing I've never done, and that is to lose at all-pro. No one has ever beaten me on the grandest stage. Some have come close,
Not
but
yet.
never got the success.
But we'll find out. I'll tell you what. We'll find
And-
out. We'll find out.
And you, I hope that you stay champion that long. Because
Don't
that
Well,
would be the biggest main event of all pro history.
And I tell you what, we'll even cover it. We'll give you guys dedicated time to talk about it here on Sportswire together, and we'll certainly get the cult involved. I'm sure Zach Clark and Killshot will be here, obviously, and they'll give their thoughts on it. Devin Adams will give his thoughts on it. Cult members left and right will be here on Sportswire to talk about it. And if this match does happen in June, I mean, we'll talk about it for days. I would certainly think that we'll cover it for sure.
Rocky, you're in the chat, so you can accept or decline.
Well, he's
this
got
offer.
competitors though facing off against
But-
both you two to
Accept or decline this offer, but I want to extend an offer to you, Nathaniel.
all right. Work together, a great idea.
Hmm.
Join the cult, Anthony, great idea.
No,
Why not? Join the cult.
I want, if Rocky accepts, I want you to pick your two best guys.
my two best.
Your two best.
I got Killshot and Zach Clark
So,
on my guys.
of course, it's not going to be Killshot or Zach Clark.
That's not true. Those are my guys. I'm going with them.
And if Rocky
Love
accepts this,
Killshot and Zach
have your
Clark.
two best guys meet me next week.
Oh man, Anthony, I don't know about this one. I mean, this is certainly one that we'll have to find out.
when I here you know I'm a pro wrestler. I actually do this. Wait till my match from this past weekend gets posted. Watch what happens when I go against a team that has multiple factors in the same match as me.
Anthony, you do realize I'm in a 5v5 next week for the Trios Championships.
How's that a 5v5 is for the trios?
I don't
is 3.
ask management.
That was a good answer, actually. That was a good answer. Ask them. It's not his call. He just competes. And
But
we'll find out. We'll find out.
you have 17 people, and excluding you have 16 people. You can't find two?
I've already got my two in mind.
He's not going to tell you here on Sportswire. Why would he tell
So-
you?
If Rocky agrees, send them my way. And I'll make it even better. It is. We're about to go into March.
Yes, we are.
So the month of March, I'm gonna make a deal with you.
He agrees, by the way. He'll agree. He'll agree.
Let's fucking go. Each week in March, I'm going to ask you to send me a certain number of people of your cult, which means there's 4 weeks. Is there 4 or 5? Let me do 4 weeks, basically. So for 4 weeks straight, I'm going to ask you the same question, just a different amount. And if I have the advantage in the numbers game, aka if I go on to next week beating your two guys, then say the week after that, I'd have you send me one, beat him or her or they or them. And I proceed to do that. If the numbers are all in my advantage, then you give me what I want.
A one-on-one for the World Heavyweight Championship?
Yeah.
You do realize, Steele, I can send anyone to you,
You're right.
including me.
Oh, clever. Then tell you what, this is why he's the
You're right.
devil. Still, you didn't even think about that. It could be Nathaniel Rage in tag team action.
You're right.
What a genius Nathaniel
You're
Rage
right.
is.
You're right. But here. I'll put it like this. Here's some stipulations. Once you send those individuals, you can't resend them. They've already been beat. And if I lose at least 2 of the 4 weeks, I'll leave you alone. I'll leave your world title alone. And I might send a new offer. But knowing what I know, the odds aren't looking in your Colts' favor.
We don't know. We haven't had the match yet. I mean, listen, we'll have to find out. I mean, but I'll tell you what. You've certainly laid out your case for Nathaniel Rage. Nathaniel Rage, the devil, which I'm calling him the devil. He is the People's and the TPW champion. I am going to be very respectful of his name. It is the devil. He'll deal with this accordingly. And Anthony, you'll deal with this accordingly. And whatever the devil gives you in response. And you both have big matches. You both have big matches coming up. And we'll see what happens. Do you guys have any final words before we sign off here? Nope. Well, you know what? Well, I guess we'll have to find out. I mean, we'll certainly see.
Win.
Yes.
Win this week.
I hope you both win. I mean, I would like to see you both win. I think a lot of people would be
If you
rooting
don't,
for you.
I'll repeat what I've already said. If you don't win this week, you have nothing for me.
Well, listen. That's why Anthony, you're talking to the devil for 25 minutes. But what we don't know, you should have waited till next week.
I will say this, Anthony. The little thing where you want to run through my cult. It's adorable. You want the World Heavyweight Championship. You don't have to run through my cult to get that. You just got to ask. You want the match? We'll have the match. But my stipulation, and I'm not saying for cult members to get in, nor for us to get out. Hell in a Cell sound good to you?
Oh! Did he just say that?
Yo.
My.
No. I made a promise to Rocky.
Oh.
No. See, I'm a man of my word. I told him I'd work my way to a title opportunity.
Well, you
I'm
better.
not going to ask for one.
If I was you,
Deep.
still stop running your mouth and start working towards it. Because the only
That's the thing.
Oh,
That's the
man.
thing. That's what got me here. It's me running my mouth.
the only way you're
So
ever
why would I stop?
to my World Heavyweight Championship is if it brushes your skull.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I think the talking is over. Anthony Steele, you've got a big showdown with Lyra Limber coming up. The Devil has got to defend his world championship against Elliot Creed, the OPW champion. And only time will tell. And we'll get to some more comments before we go. Justin Parsley says Steele is godless and God is steelless. That was kind of clever. J-Rod pretty much said the same thing. Rocky, nobody can beat God. Steele, what are you doing? You know you are better. Well, we'll have to find out. Thank you, Rocky. We'll talk. At least the kill shot guy isn't on. I wouldn't be able to hold back laughter. I'm a big kill shot guy. I would say that I would disagree with that respectfully. I'm a big fan of Killshot. I'm a big Zach Clark guy, and I think they're going to have big things ahead for them thanks to the Devils' leadership. And fellas, thank you so much. And kind of, by the way, you guys certainly are, spotlight stealers. There's no question you both stole the show because this was AJ Storm's show. And, well, you guys are closing it. So you guys must be doing something good. And whatever happens, I wish you guys a lot of luck this week. And I can't wait to see what happens. And maybe you guys will be squaring off for a world title or a match in the future. And we'll see what happens. And we appreciate that very much. And also, James Taylor said came in to support and say hello, but then I saw the no deal Anthony Steele. Well, it's the real deal. He's the real deal, though. He's the real deal.
Hey, James, without spoiling anything, watch my match.
Well,
I did something you couldn't do.
Well, we haven't watched that match yet with Lyra Limber. We're talking TPW right now. It's a TPW talk. That's tomorrow's show, Anthony. Tomorrow's the IMF. Today is.
Well, then at that point, come back so I can retire your dumbass again.
Well, this is TPW though. This is TPW. But thank you. Yes,
I'll be in the front row for your match. There's always a reason for me having to be involved. You'll see soon enough.
Well, you know what? This has been a rather eventful show. It was originally supposed to be AJ Storm's show. Well, we had him here for most of the time. He wound up leaving because he had to do a few things. And then we were joined by Anthony Steele, who naturally stole the show. But then the devil, Nathaniel Rage, the reigning defending TPW and People's Champion, came on here and, certainly held his own. And we'll see what the future brings. And we thank everybody.
The longest reigning People's Champion.
That's true too. That's a great point, and I am very sorry I didn't point that out. But he is certainly somebody that's going to be in action, and please check him out as a part of TPW and all the great other places he represents. And the Cult will be in action this week, and Anthony Steele will be in action against Lyra Limber. And we'll have to find that out. But my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same bat channel, with Omen Black, who is the IMF champion of the world. We might be joined by the TPW champion today, but tomorrow is the IMF champion, and we'll see if he keeps that championship. He'll talk about that, and we'll have more coverage ahead. And check out the interview on YouTube with Doug Pinnick. Blabbermouth has covered it. It was a great honor to have had the opportunity to be covered in blabbermouth.net. We have some other really big ones. So, you might be the devil, Nathaniel Rage. Well, let's just say you wait till this person comes on here that's a devil, and it'll be rather interesting. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one global relation to the Sportzwire Radio, where all wrestling matters. And thank you very much, Anthony Steele. Thank you very much, the devil. Thank you, AJ Storm, for coming in. And we'll see everybody tomorrow on Sportzwire Radio, the number one global radio station on AJ Storm Day. And tomorrow it'll be Omen Black. But until then, thanks for tuning in. And go follow TPW, follow OPW, follow CPF World Warzone, follow RPW and IMF. Check them out. Their shows are being uploaded as we speak. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night. And I'm going to go get some sleep. So thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.